Hello, my name is Ilona, and in this video I'd like to take a look at the USA. What is going on in the USA? So many things are coming out concerning the, what happened in November 2020. Really, things are heating up. We have Durham, all kinds of things coming out there. We have the Truth Social. I think we're going to hear a lot from that platform, and I hope that they're going to open it up because I cannot join, unfortunately. I'm in Europe, but I think a lot of things are going to happen with Truth Social. We had Mr. T talking this weekend very openly about things. He was actually supporting the truckers. He was against what is happening in Canada and what the head of state's been doing. And he was very vocal about that. It's almost like he's got the green light to just really go ahead and be open. So far, he was a bit on the background, which I think was necessary. I think that was part of the plan. But he's coming out more and more openly about what's going on. I think we're going to see more and more things happening. So I'm just going to take a look what the energy is in the United States at the moment. Let's see. We have the 10 of Pentacles, that's the card above. We have the 8 of Pentacles, the central card. We have the High Priestess in the past. We have the Knight of Pentacles underneath the central card. And we have the 6 of Cups in the future and the King of Cups. Okay, so we've got 3 pentacle cards. Well, pentacles are very practical. So to me, this really feels like this plan is put into action. We're going to see more and more things coming out. It's going to be very practical. There's been a time that we couldn't really see white hat influences. Of course, we can sense it, and sometimes it was more of how do you say, they did it very covert, very subtle. I think they're stopped being subtle. It's now going to be very not subtle, and I think that's necessary. So they're working hard behind the scenes to stabilize everything, to stabilize things, to balance out things, to really take care of this part of the plan. And we really are in for it. Well, at least that's my feeling. I'm feeling that, especially with the energy, so much has changed. It's almost like things are really going to go very fast. That's the feeling I'm getting. Like we're moving in a very fast direction. It's almost downstream, and it's just faster and faster. The Knight of Pentacles is like a person that really thinks things through. So this is plans that have been put into action a long time ago, and they're now finally, and to me this feels like the plans of the Whiteheads. They've known about the dark plans from the dark side, and they are really, for a while it was more like they knew what they could do, what they were going to do, but they had to wait and see what they were truly going to do. There were still some elements that they've won. Let's just face it, the light has won, but it's still a chess game. You still have to see who's going to do what. So they were aware of things happening, but I'm sure they weren't aware exactly what was going to happen. There can still be some unexpected things happening, so they really needed to be prepared. So to me, it felt like they were more on the waiting side, but now they're taking control. It's now time to get practical, to really get going on their side. And I think more and more things are going to come out involving November 2020. I think we are really, if I'm not mistaken, Mr. T said that he was going to get back as the president in 2024 or sooner. He said, or sooner. I thought that was very interesting. So to me, it feels a lot sooner than that. So they're working on it. Things are going to come out. And I think things about the status quo, because this is also about the status quo. So I do believe a lot of people that have been put on pedestals, people we're looking up to, are going to be torn down. I do believe they're working on that. All these secrets that were kept in the past, you know, we had all these veils, so we couldn't really see what was going on. All these illusions, they're going to take it away. These illusions are going to be, how do you say this? These curtains going to be lifted, and people will see what was really going on. So things are going to change in the future. This is always the card for children to me. So I truly believe more and more things are going to come out about the children, because if you really want to unite at least a country, it's children. Children will unite anyone. And I truly believe, for some, it does make me very sad, but I do believe things are going to come out more and more. This is also about connecting, especially with this card, the King of Pentacle of Cups. It's about connecting. There are going to be more and more connection. But especially when things are going to come out about children, about what's been going on, all kinds of levels, especially people that's been in the status quo for so long, it will connect people against them. It will be a connection. It will be like a bond to really never let this happen again. So to me, this feels like things are going to come out about November 22. Things are going to come out about children, more and more things, truths about what the wasp sting does and the damage. Especially in America, you see a lot more truths on the news. Well, certain news, not everyone, still a lot of dark elements there. But you kind of see all those, like the CNN, they're falling apart. Nobody's watching them anymore. The alternative media is now becoming the real media, so to speak. People are watching that more and more. So I think there's a change there. It's changing. I also like to take a look at Canada, just to see what's going on there. Of course, the emergency powers were revoked, but what's going on there? Let's see. I thought it was very important that Mr. T took a stand and really were supporting the truckers in Canada and what's going on there. So we'll see. Canada, what's the energy there? We have the Five of Pentacles. We have the Ace of Cups. That's the central card. We have the Ace of Wands in the past. So that's two aces. We have the Two of Wands underneath the Ace of Cups. And we have the Eight of Swords. I'm just going to get another card, the Ten of Swords. So that's pretty good combination. What's happening now? A lot of people feel left in the cold. I think because of everything that's going on there, they've really, at least the head of state, completely alienated his own, of course, with his people. I don't think they accept him anymore at all. I think people are really seeing through it. I think they pretty much just completely damaged on purpose his reputation with everything that's going on. It's necessary. People need to wake up. And I think in Canada, really the spark, the truckers were incredible. They've really woken up. So, but they feel, a lot of them feel left in the cold. They're now freezing, literally, the accounts of people that work within the truckers community or were part of the truckers convoy. They're really literally are freezing their accounts, so they won't be able to access money. It's dreadful, but it's really important. People are going to use that. There's still some people on the fence. So there is a part in Canada, the Canadians who really just don't want to take a position, because this is really about like an empathetic, how do you say this? Yeah, apathetic attitude, like, yeah, we're not going to do anything about it. It's no point in doing anything about it. And it's really overthrowing that feeling of, well, we don't have anything to say, and let's just things be, and let's just get back to normal. Of course, no one is going to go back to normal, nowhere in the world. But this is really, how do you say this? The Ace of Cups is like a new beginning. So emotionally, this all inspired this connection, worldwide inspiration. Let's face it, they've inspired all through the world. People, all truckers, farmers, people are really picking this up. This is beautiful to see. And this is, in Canada, this is going to be a completely new beginning emotionally. That's what cups is. It's the emotional element, the element of water. So people are really connecting. I think that they've tried to break, it's not going to work. This is not, it's how do you say this? They can't stop this anymore. Genie is out of the bottle. They're not going to stop this anymore. I already got that feeling the last time I looked at Canada, but it's so clear. They're trying in the near future. They're going to still try to implement things. They're still going to try to limit people in all kinds of ways. That's really, they're going to try to get people back into that box they really want them in, and it's not going to work. People are not going to put up with it. It's enough. It's enough. I think that people really in Canada are just like, we've had enough. This is. I think people will be. Let's just say the head of state is not going to last very long. I already had that feeling last time, but it's really not going to last very long. The entire government is probably not going to last very long. People had enough. So they're going to try to implement things, try to limit people, to really, get them back to where they want them to be. It's not going to happen. Canadians are not going to accept this. So, yes, I feel really this almost fighting spirit with the Canadians. And they are wonderful people, I have to say. I've lived there myself for 11 months and they are incredible people. Very relaxed, very polite, very nice. So really, when they're in the mood, when they're in this spirit, nothing's going to stop them. Nothing's going to stop them. So I just want to take a look at the energy globally. What is going on just in the energy? I feel so much almost power in the energy now, especially also in the Netherlands. We've had 3 storms last weekend. It was very strange. We had Friday and then Saturday and then Monday. So they were like very consecutive days almost. So it's like, what's going on there? I also did a card reading on that, and it was really about clearing and cleaning up things. And it's almost like the energy is very different now in the Netherlands. It's almost like I can breathe. It's very different. So I'm just going to see globally what's going on. We have the 7 of Pentacles. We have the 10 of Wands. That's the central card. We have the Page of Cups. Underneath the central card, we have the Ace of Pentacles. We have the 4 of Swords. And I'm just going to get an extra card, and the Hermit for the extra card in the future. So right now, patience is needed. Of course, in certain areas, at least around the world, people are in dreadful situations. People are in Ukraine. They have to flee their homes. And it is a dreadful situation. Although, well, I'm well aware, at least see what resonates with you, that really Mr. P from Russia is just cleaning up things. He does not want to take civilians or kill civilians. He's really about clearing up the dark energies in Ukraine. But like I said here, this is about patience. So we need to have some patience what's going on. We're just watching a plan unfold. And right now it's heavy. Like I've said, a lot of people all over the world, not just in the Ukraine, certain people are in difficult situations with very difficult restrictions. We still have countries where, if I'm not mistaken, I'm not sure if, I think it's Italy or Greece, but one of those countries are now going to start taking money from people that haven't gotten the wasp sting if they're above 50, if I'm not mistaken. That's like the €100 each month, which is a lot of money for people in that country. So there's still a lot of suppression, of oppression going on, but it's changing. It's patience. It's almost like we're watching it really just falling apart, because this is like a new beginning, a practical new beginning. I think that's what we're working towards. That's what we're seeing. That's what I'm sensing in the energy. Things are changing. People cannot stop this anymore. The change is already there. I've said before, the light has already won, but we're watching the chess played. Certain moves have to be made. The dark has to make certain moves. Something unexpected can still come up. They can still plant false flags. They can still manipulate the media, especially when you see videos coming out from Ukraine. Most of them are old footage from 2018, 2017. It's just to fool people and to really put them against Mr. P from Russia, like this is an awful person. It's just, we're now heading towards a new beginning, a concrete new beginning, practically a new beginning. For the near future, things can look like it's on hold. So it may not seem like things are changing very much, but things on the background are changing, especially worldwide. People are searching more for inner answers. They're not looking for the media anymore. I think the media will lose control. And they are pretty much the last thing standing, so to speak. A lot of things have already been taken care of, but the media is still such a humongous problem because of their propaganda. It wouldn't surprise me as well that the white hats are purposely doing this to show how ridiculous things are, to really show people that the media, that they are lying, because there are a lot of people still out there believing everything on the TV, not questioning certain people. And people need to realize this is nonsense. This is nonsense. This is not true. Realize that you've been lied to. And if they're lying to you now, they've been lying to you all along. So people are starting to look inside themselves for answers. Alternative media, they are opening themselves up. This is also part of that plan to really change people's perspective of what's going on in the world, of what's been happening for so long. This is about waking up people. My heart goes out to all the people who are in awful situations around the world. I truly hope things will change for the good very soon. I have a feeling we still need some patience, but there's going to be a completely different new world, a new beginning. And I think really people are waiting for that. At least I am waiting for that. How that's going to transpire, how things will go, I don't know. But I do sense this completely new energy. And when you're feeling that energy, I'm sure a lot of people around the world are sensing that new energy. And when we embrace it, we will start manifesting it. We will start manifesting this beautiful new world we all long for. So I want to leave it at this, and I'll hope to see you in another video. Bye!